Hey Wellness Warriors, this sequence is designed to strengthen your shoulders. So whether you're looking to strengthen your upper body, if you're working for a marathon, this one's designed to target the torso, shoulders, and to strengthen and also help your posture. So to get started, we're going to be at the front of the mat. Let your feet be inner hip distance and have a soft bend in your knees. All right, so soft bend in the knees, lengthen up tall through the spine. And you're just going to start to move your arms a little side to side. I know this looks kind of silly and kind of funny, but we're warming up the shoulders, getting them ready for what's to come. And you can really let the arms be pretty loose here. They might even sway really, really far. You can take circles if you want. You can do that for as long as you like. Or if you're with me, you're going to inhale, extend the arms up overhead. And on the exhale, forward fold, soft bend in the knees. Find a long spine, take your hands up to your shins, extending, plant the hands, and step back, come into a plank position. Soft bend in the knees, send the hips high into a downward facing dog. We're gonna have a bend in the knees in this first one as you ease into the back of the hamstrings. The knees can be bent. The emphasis on extending the spine. So you notice as I press down through my hands, the spine extends, neck is neutral. And that's what we wanna keep no matter what the legs are doing. So as I pedal the legs out, I'm getting a nice calf stretch, hamstring stretch. And then as we start to incorporate the breath, on the inhale, shift forward, come into a plank position. Now the shoulders are stacking over the wrists in this one. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Repeat that 4 more times. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, hips high. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Again, inhale. Exhale, take it on back. This time as you shift forward into a plank, you're going to hold this one. You knew that was too easy. Here's some of the work. Press down into the hands. Pull the navel up towards the spine. Strong legs, actively holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it back. Downward facing dog. From here, start to bend into the elbows. And you're going to wrap the elbow creases forward. Important to do so. Bend the elbows and hover just about an inch or 2 away from the mat. Now this one looks nice and innocent, but if you're with me and you're doing it, you know where you're feeling it. Upper arms, the torso. Keep pressing down through the palms. 3. I know. 2. I'm with you. Press into the hands, straighten the arms back out. Downward dog, never felt so good. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Take it back, downward facing dog pose. The right leg lifts on the inhale, and you're going to step right foot between the hands. Let your left knee come down in this first one. Inhale as arms rise. Bend into your left elbow. Grab the elbow with your right hand. Lengthen up tall. And lean a little bit back. So you're stretching your hip flexors. You're also working into your shoulder, tricep maybe, for 3, 2. Press the hands outward now. So you're really active through the palms, as if you were side planking on each side. And at the same time, shoulder blades hug the spine, so you feel a nice opening in the collarbones. So you start to feel this in the upper back, probably in the arms, and also your shoulders. Keep pressing out like you're pressing a door open in both directions, or like you're between a frame. 3, 2. You're going to take it into eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. As you bend the elbows, backs of hands touch or palms. You can also press the forearms together or take hands to opposite shoulders as well. Any one of those works. Inhale. Here's an option. You can press into the top of your left foot and start to hover the knee for 3, 2. Release the back knee if it's lifted. Hands come down towards the mat. And as you tuck the back toes under, downward facing dog pose. Let's do this one again. Bend the elbows, hovering. 5, 4, 3, 2. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot between the hands. Right knee eases down. Inhale, arms rise. Bending your right elbow this time. Grab hold of it with your left hand. Lengthen up tall through the spine. Lean a little bit back. Breathing for 3, 2. Here we go with the arms again. Press on outward. So really think, if I was stuck between a door frame, I'm trying to break it on open. Press, press, press outward. Shoulder blades contract. Lifting up through the chest for 2. And then taking eagle arms. This time it's your right arm underneath your left. Elbows bend. Wrap up the arms like 2 ropes. Or you have your forearms together. Or you're giving yourself a nice big hug. The option of lifting your back knee. Holding 3. 2. Remember to breathe the entire time. And 1. Lower the back knee down if it's lifted. Hands plant to the mat. And as you tuck the back toes under, downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, letting go. Step the feet together. Inhale, shift forward into a plank position. Our first side plank, take your right hand underneath your wrist is underneath your shoulder. Start to drop the heels to the right side. Options, you can stagger the feet, you can stack the feet, and extend the left arm up. Keep lifting up through the right side of the body, shoulder blades together, keeping chest open. So while we're strengthening the shoulders, we also don't want to put all the weight into the shoulder joint. You want to keep lifting up using strong legs, an open chest, and use your obliques here too. Let's switch sides. Come back to center. From a plank, we reposition. Now it's the left wrist underneath the left shoulder. Heels now come to the left, and you're going to even out in the feet whatever you did on the first side. Here you can see the difference between the shoulders not being stacked and then when you stack the shoulders, how much more lift and opening you get. Holding for 3, 2, reach energy out through right fingertips. Come on back to center on the exhale. Downward facing dog pose all the way. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Stepping feet together, lift your right leg high. Now the right foot steps outside the right hand. This first one is kind. Looking forward, press back through your left heel and start to work into your hips. Press into your hands, step back, down dog, and you're switching sides. Left foot outside the left hand. Deep breath in. And you're going to step back, down dog. So here's where it gets interesting. As you press into your hands, downward facing dog, we step right foot outside the right hand. So as you saw, I gave myself a little extra space. Make sure you have space in front of you. To switch sides, you can either step back, plank, step left foot outside left hand, plank and step, plank and step. Other option is to jump switch. So to jump switch, you press into the hands. It's almost like you're doing frog hops in the air, and you switch. Switch, 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 switch. Do a few more. Try and be light. Plank. This time, lower all the way down towards the mat. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up through the upper back. And lower all the way back down. Exhale. Toes tuck under. Child's pose, hips to heels. And extending long through the arms. A nice break for the shoulders. Tabletop position. Toes are tucked. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, looking at the front of your mat, step, step, or you can hop your way forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward folding. Allow for a bend in the knees. Interlace your hands at the small of your back, keeping heels of palms connected. Take a shoulder stretch, letting the arms reach up overhead. Maybe extending through the legs. They can, they don't have to. If you have tighter hamstrings, take a bend in the knees. Relaxing the neck. Roll your way all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms extend up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So here's where it's optional. You can grab a block if you'd like. You can also just use a heavy book in between your hands. Block to the side of your mat. From standing, step your left foot back, coming to the long edge of the mat. Here, as you set up, your toes turn slightly in. Heels are a little bit out. Toes in the same directions as your knees. Find a long spine on the inhale, hinging from the waist to fold first in half. Take your hands down toward the block. Inhale, extend. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lengthen. So you find parallel to your mat. Your chest is parallel with the mat beneath you. Take the hands, you're tapping the block. And as you inhale, open the arms up towards the side. Same as we did from standing where the arms are pressing out, you're doing the same thing here, contracting shoulder blades together. Lower your hands back down towards the block, grab hold of it, and extend out in front of you. Lower back down, exhale. Release the block, inhale, arms out. Exhale, hands come down. Grabbing block, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So that's 3. We're doing 2 more. Inhale. Lower back down, exhale. Straight spine, straight legs, inhale. 1 more, grab the block. Inhale. Lower down, exhale. Arms out wide. And exhale, release all the way down. Move your block up to the side. So with that one, you can, of course, keep going. Over time, as you start to build strength, you can add on as well. So we started out with 5. You can start to add on. You can add another 5. You can keep going with that. Pause the video and continue on. Inhale, lengthen back up. You can move your block off to the side. Hands come to the front of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Step the right foot between your hands. Inhale, arms rise. You're now in a high lunge. Here, pressing hands outward again, holding for 5. Shoulder blades draw together. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms come back up. Grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand, reaching up and over towards the right side. 1 breath, inhale, back to center. Hands down towards the mat. Step back plank, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Stepping left foot between the hands. Inhale, arms rise. Same thing, other leg. This time pressing hands out. 5, 4, 3, 2, take your side bend. Arms up overhead. Grabbing right wrist, lengthen up tall, and over towards the left. So this time, as we come back to center, inhale, hands come down towards the mat. This one's a little different. Step back into plank, firm up the legs, press down through the hands. Okay, without moving the hips as much as possible, tap your left shoulder with your right hand, and then switch. Right hand comes back down, left fingertips, left hand, right shoulder. Switch. Right hand, left shoulder. Really squeeze core, squeeze legs. Switch. 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 Right hand, left shoulder. Switch. Let's do 1 more together. Right hand to left shoulder. Really plug down from the core. Switch. Back to center. Shift forward. Lower all the way down. Toes are untucked. Find a back bend. Inhale. So we're doing a lot of core as well. So to open up the chest, lower back down. Exhale. As you come back up, find child's pose. You're going to set up into forearm plank. Now with forearm plank, you can either have both palms down. You can also take palms together in this one. From your forearm plank, tuck the toes under. Lengthen on back. So you're positioning hips in line with your shoulders. Shift forward now with the inhale. And then on the exhale, we come back a little bit. Inhale, shift forward. Come on back. Shifting forward. Everything's a plank. Hips, shoulders, straight legs, shift forward. It helps to smile in these too. Come on back. 2 more, shifting forward and back. Last one. Come on back. Now your right palm plants down. Side plank on the forearm. Lifting up, 3, 2, switch sides. Come back to center. So now with your left forearm down, heels to the left, right arm high. Inhale. Holding, 3, 2, 1. Come on back to center. Forearm plank. Lower the knees down. Bend your knees, sit back, child's pose. Here, either in child's pose, take your forehead down to the mat, arms are extended long, or you can press palms together and stretch out your shoulders, your upper back a little bit, maybe wiggle side to side. Take the arms out in front of you. Roll your way all the way up to a kneeling position or seated. Options in this last posture. Did a lot of strengthening here. You can either grab opposite elbows behind your back. Option either to hold opposite elbows. If your shoulders are fairly open and this feels good, you could do reverse namaskar. And it'll be palms together, wiggle the hands up the back. An important, I'll turn so you can see, is you want to get the heels of the palms together. So this really isn't doing you too much justice. You want to get the heels of the palms together. Better be lower in the spine. Then take the elbows back. Release on out. I don't know about you, but I feel that in my shoulders. So feel free to add on too if you'd like to do longer holds, more reps. As you start to practice the sequence more often, you can repeat, pause, add on to some of the reps we did to increase strength over time. For more yoga, wellness, and travel tips, head to livefreewarrior.com.